From 10 meters up, a huge centuries-old eucalypt, Laura Rayner peers into its rotting heart, and describes what she sees. The hollow's probably about 50 or 60 centimeters deep, and when you look inside there's 4 little ones cuddled up, with a bit of grey down, and eyes closed, she says. They're newly hatched superb parrots. The next generation of one of Australia's most endearing and least understood birds. Superb parrots are listed as a vulnerable species, and the ACT Parks and Conservation biologist has spent much of the past 2 years scaling giant trees to stick a beak into their private lives. It's not a job for the faint-hearted. But climbing high into the tree canopy, then reaching deep into unseen corners to feel for eggs or chicks, is a job of a lifetime for Drive Rayner. They're ridiculously polite and accommodating to a lot of other species, which sometimes drives me crazy, but absolutely, they're wonderful. But what she is learning should send alarming bells ringing. It is becoming clear that superb parrots are being pushed out of their natural range by climate change and land clearing, and it will require urgent, long-term action. Superb parrots are a cryptic bird. They seasonally migrate over a huge swathe of inland eastern Australia, before settling in southern areas, including the ACT, to breed and nest. But 95% of the bird's grassy woodland habitat has progressively been cleared, putting the shy parrot into direct competition with more aggressive species for nesting hollows. The ACT government engaged Drive Rayner to determine what pressures the parrot is facing, and what needs to be done to secure its future. She took the ABC to one crucial remaining habitat on Canberra's western fringe, which is alive with nesting, calling and squabbling birds in a kaleidoscope of colors. It's very hard to find a tree in this landscape that does have at least 1 or 2 nests in it, but it's also not terribly unusual that you'll find a tree that has maybe 4 nests of 4 different species, Drive Rayner said. All along this corridor there are scattered trees, or open woodland, that is perfect habitat for the superb parrot. In recent years, there have been increased sightings of superb parrots in northern and western parts of Canberra's urban fringe, leading some to speculate that the bird is actually less vulnerable than previously thought. But the anecdotal evidence may be misleading, according to Drive Rayner. Seeing more birds here, there's always the question of population-wide recovery, or is this movement, she said, particularly to the northern extent of their range. Drive Rayner and a team of researchers from the Australian National University embarked on some climatic modelling, which came back with some disturbing forecasts. It suggested climate change has already begun causing the bird's natural range to contract. And a range contraction would basically concentrate the core area of this bird over the Northern ACT and New South Wales region, she said. In effect, Drive Rayner said the ACT would become superb parrot central, and already, birds have been observed overwintering in the ACT, and creeping further into suburbia. In 50 to 70 years, this landscape, this area, is going to be the most important area for the population, she said.